Well, howdy, everybody. Welcome to the very first edition of DNW Reviews. Do not worry, reviews. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you once again from the heart of Beirut, Njaitewe. And this is the first review episode that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be talking about the TV series WandaVision. I watched the season finale, or the series finale, yesterday, so I wanted to break down the series, tell you guys what I thought about the finale and the series as a whole. But before we get into that, I just wanted to take a second to ask you guys to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I am trying to get to 2,000 subscribers in the next 2 weeks. I know it's a very ambitious goal, probably won't get there, but I could use your help. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button, leave a comment. All of your engagement, comments, likes, all of that sort of thing makes a big difference helping this video. This is a brand new channel, so I usually get buried by the algorithm, and I don't usually do very algorithm-friendly videos. So your help is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for stopping by. And yeah, let's get into this review. So spoiler warning, by the way, I'm going to be talking full spoilers. I'm going to be breaking down the finale. So if you haven't seen the final episode, if you haven't seen the series, you should probably stop watching now. If you don't care, hey, just keep watching. Okay, so the series as a whole was directed by Matt Shankman. And the writer and showrunner was Jack Schaefer. I think they both did a great job. So let me start by talking about the finale. What did I think about the finale? Did it live up to expectations? Was I disappointed? I have to say I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was extremely effective. I thought it was extremely emotional. Wanda and Vision's relationship has always been at the center of the show. It is the core of this series. And this finale put their relationship front and center. It dealt with Wanda's grief as well, and I think in an extremely emotional way, a very satisfying way. Yeah, there was all the MCU action and special effects that you've come to expect, and that's honestly the stuff I was least excited for in this series. I love the fact that the show is extremely refreshing, and the whole sitcom stuff, I loved it. So even though the finale did have some of this slightly generic action stuff, it packed a fucking emotional punch, if I can be completely honest. And I was crying my eyes out, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly when and that stuff happened. But by far, my favorite scene of this finale was Vision fighting White Vision. It absolutely blew me away. First of all, Vision is one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ever since he showed up in Age of Ultron, I thought Joss Whedon honestly did a great job introducing that character. And I don't know, man, he made him feel so consistent to what he was like in the comics, but also with Paul Bettany's performance, just gave him that humanity that I honestly never felt he had before in the comic books or anything like that. So I truly love Vision. I loved him in Civil War. Just a fantastic character overall, the way he talks, the way he uses logic. So him and White Vision just facing off and talking about the ship of Theseus and having this thought experiment was just honestly amazing. And I could listen to Vision speaking to another Vision for 2 fucking hours, man. Go at it, talk philosophy, talk technology, artificial intelligence, all that sort of thing. I would love to hear a podcast with Vision hosting another Vision and the two just going at it. It was just, I don't know, man. It was so consistent with the character. And again, Vision continues to be the best written character, I think, in the MCU, man. He has all of the best lines, and we're going to get to some of his lines that just absolutely broke me at the end of this episode, when Vision tells him, like, are you sure I'm the real Vision? And like White Vision's kind of like, I must ask you to elaborate. I don't know, it was so fucking good, man. I loved Wanda sort of coming into her own as a witch and using the runes against Agatha. Like at first I wasn't sure what was happening when they were fighting up in the sky. I'm like, why is Wanda missing and shooting just blindly, all that energy? Turns out she was, making some runes, tricking Agatha. I thought that was a really cool action sequence. And then finally her reveal as the Scarlet Witch with the comics accurate costume that I've been waiting to see for quite some time. I just think it's really badass. I don't know, it was a very, very cool reveal. One little nitpick about the costume, I don't like that it was a little dark. Like it felt like it was a little bit leathery. Like, I don't know, I thought she would be wearing something a little bit more that felt magical, that felt like it came from olden times. As soon as sort of the glow went away, it just felt like another generic leather type of superhero costume, which lacked any of the magic that I thought would be there. It's just a little nitpick. There was one part in the finale that I also loved. When Agatha was facing Wanda, she tells her that she is more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. She's obviously talking about Doctor Strange. So, I mean, and we know that Wanda is going to play a prominent role in Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness. So they're setting the stage, man. They're letting us know that Wanda is an actual massive dangerous foe that Doctor Strange is going to have to go up against, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. And finally, like, my other favorite scene is when Agatha's been defeated, the Hex is starting to close back in on everyone, and Wanda, Vision, and the kids go back home for like one final evening. They tuck the kids in, one final time. The performances by Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen at that point are amazing, and you're already starting to tear up. But then they bring out the big guns, man. Paul Bettany, Vision, and Elizabeth Olsen, Wanda, are in the living room. They know they have just a couple of minutes left together as the hex is closing in on them. And Vision just rips out the best lines. And he already has that fantastic fucking line from episode 8 where he says, "What is grief, if not love persevering?" He tells Wanda, "I've been a voice with no body. A body, but not human. And now, a memory made real." Then you see a tear coming down his fucking face. You have an android who's crying. It is just, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. And then he says, "Who knows what I might be next?" That's so fucking powerful, man. And Paul Bettany delivers those lines with such fucking, I don't know, man, gravitas and class and an emotion. And then, an even better line, as the hex is moving even closer, he looks at Wanda and says, "We have said goodbye before, so it stands to reason." And Wanda finishes his line. She says that we'll say hello again. And then boom, the hex comes in. He says, "Goodbye, my darling." He starts to disintegrate. What a fucking emotional moment. You have a pink and green android talking to a witch, and I'm here crying my fucking eyes out. What a moment. What an emotional moment. Props to Paul Bettany, who I think deserves an Emmy nomination for his role in WandaVision. No fucking joke. And props to Elizabeth Olsen for carrying this series. They've both been incredible throughout. I have to give props to Paul Bettany, though. I think he was the MVP of the series, personally, in terms of just the character development of Vision, the lines that he had to deliver, and just his performance. I loved Paul Bettany in the series. So what an absolutely heartbreaking moment. And they're going to see each other again. That Vision was able to transfer his memories to White Vision. He's going to come back. They're going to hopefully be reunited. But it didn't take away from how powerful that moment was. Knowing that there's another Vision out there didn't take anything away from that. Just because Vision also, when Vision asked Wanda, like, "What am I?" And she tells him what he is. God damn, that's such good writing. Holy shit, man. Even in Civil War, Vision had my favorite line when he says, "Our very strength invites challenge. Challenge incites conflict. And conflict breeds catastrophe." Let me talk about some things that I didn't love about the series overall. Monica Rambeau, I thought was kind of an annoying character. I don't know if it's like the performance by the actress, the character. I don't know, man. It felt, every time we would go back to the Monica Rambeau story, it felt a little bit generic, cheap Marvel type stuff, to be completely honest with you guys. And on the topic of like cheap Marvel stuff, anytime we would go spend time with Sword, all these military people, again, it would feel just like generic, like any other action movie or any other Marvel movie. I don't like spending time with S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, to be honest with you. I don't like spending time with Sword agents. Sword and S.H.I.E.L.D. feel the exact same thing to me. Just replace, one name with another. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this stuff. So I every time we were taken out of Westview and out of the Hex, I don't know. I wasn't that interested in the series, to be completely honest with you. The whole Quicksilver thing, the trick that they played on us, they made us think that it was, Quicksilver from the X-Men multiverse, and he turned out to just be Ralph Boner, just like a random guy. It's not like I wanted the series to get into the X-Men and just completely break down the multiverse, but I don't like these misdirects. Like, I feel like it's a wasted opportunity. Agatha could have very easily just mentioned, like, "Hey, I just brought him from another parallel universe," and it could have been that. They didn't have to just him being a random guy. I don't know. It felt like a kind of an annoying thing, to be honest with you. Some of the storytelling I found to be lazy as well. Like, for example, when Hayward lied about Wanda stealing Vision's body, and they show us this like camera footage as though she actually did it. Like, they straight up lied to the audience. I don't like when they do that. Like, you don't need to lie. You can try to misdirect. You could do something else, but straight up lying to us and showing us fake camera footage is a little bit lazy. Them lying about Agnes and who she is also just felt like kind of a useless misdirect, I feel. And then them saying like it was Agnes all along when that also wasn't true. I don't know. I just feel like the show would rely a little bit too much on just straight up lying and misinformation rather than misdirects and stuff like that to keep their mystery going, which I think they could have done better. Episode 7 as well, I remember not being a huge fan. That was, I think, the Modern Family / The Office style episode. That was, I think, the weakest of the bunch. I didn't really like that style of filming, the whole sitcom style. I don't know, the whole circus thing, that I just didn't love that episode. I'm sure if I watch it again as part of a whole, Like in one sitting, it'll probably be less annoying, but week to week, that episode definitely felt the weakest. And Hayward as a character was just kind of a douche. Like, I don't know, nothing special. He was just a generic white guy, asshole, like army guy or Secret Service dude. Just nothing special. And the resolution for his character I found to be a little bit weak at the end. He's trying to like shoot the kids and stuff. It is what it is. What are things that I loved about the series? I think I already mentioned a lot of that, but the central story of Wanda and Vision I thought was amazing. I loved the sitcom throwback vintage style that they did the show with. Even when the first 2 episodes came out, some friends of mine were like, I mean, yeah, I get it. I think it's nice, but let's get to the action. Let's get to the story. I was honestly more than happy to be immersed in that sitcom world. We have like 25 Marvel movies, MCU movies. We have all the action we want. We have all that sort of thing that we want. This was such a new and refreshing take on the characters and on the MCU that it was just so nice to see Marvel taking some chances and doing something unique. I know, like with Falcon and Winter Soldier that's coming up, I think we're going to go back to the stuff that we're more used to, the slightly generic action stuff. I'm personally not that excited about Falcon and Winter Soldier because it looks very much like a standard Marvel action thing. I'm more excited about Loki because that looks different. I'm excited about Moon Knight, She-Hulk, all that sort of thing. But Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm not too excited about it. But the fact that WandaVision was as good as it was, I do feel slightly more excited about it now because I know Marvel's doing it right. I know they're doing the TV thing right, so I'm sure it'll be entertaining. Kathryn Hahn also. I want to give a shout out to Kathryn Hahn. She was fantastic as Agnes/Agatha. I love Kathryn Hahn. She's fucking hilarious in everything that she does. And she was also pretty menacing as Agatha, so props. I really liked her. And I like the fact that we're probably going to see her again. And overall, I saw a lot of people disappointed that a lot of their theories and the stuff that they were theorizing didn't come true. Like what, Mephisto and stuff like that, like it's not necessary. I think the show honestly had Wanda and Vision at the core. I think the finale treated those 2 characters with so much respect and so much love that I couldn't be disappointed. I thought it was a brilliant ending, honestly, to such a great story. And now looking towards the future, what does the end of WandaVision mean? What does that final post-credit scene mean? I'm pretty sure Wanda is going to try to go after her kids. As she's going through the book, I forgot what it was called, the Dark Hall or something, she can hear her kids screaming out and crying in terror. So I think the plot for Doctor Strange 2 is going to be Wanda trying to get to her kids. As she's trying to get to her kids, she's going to cause some kind of rift or tear in the multiverse, which Doctor Strange is then going to have to fix. But that is what I think is going to be the plot of Doctor Strange 2. And I think Wanda is going to end up being the ultimate villain or foe. And she's going to have to face off with Doctor Strange at the end of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So I'm definitely very excited about that. Like I mentioned, I'm excited for the future of Marvel TV. Maybe not that much about Falcon and Winter Soldier, but we shall see. But, man, Kevin Feige nailed it, man. Kevin Feige, Matt Shankman, and Jack Schaefer. Good job, everyone. What did you guys think about the series? Please leave your comments. Did you like the season finale? Are you excited for Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness? Are you excited for Spider-Man 3 that is also going to deal with the multiverse? Are you excited for the future of Marvel Television? Let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet. Become a
Do Not Warrior.
We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers in the next 2 weeks. And by the way, I'm going to be having some more reviews for you guys. Finally, things are starting to come out again. So I'm going to be talking about Godzilla vs. Kong when that comes out. I'm going to be reviewing Justice League, the Zack Snyder cut, and Mortal Kombat when that comes out in April. So I'm excited to talk movies and TV again. So yeah, have a good one, guys. And as usual, do not worry.